Welcome to the latest edition of the Snews here at LonghornStation.com with Ahmad Brooks. I'm John Medani. A lot of places we could go in today's Snews, but we covered most of it during the show, so instead we'll spend this time talking about something that you can see on our page, wake-up call page, here at LonghornStation.com. The 17-year-old alleged fan who poured out of the stands at Citizens Bank Ballpark last night during a game between the Phillies and the Cardinals. He ran out on the field and he got tased. The fans laughed, 44,000 of them laughed, some shrieked in horror, and now some groups are saying tasing is just a little too much force for what the kid did. Isn't there another way to subdue rabble-rousers like this young lad? Your thoughts?
I do not think that tasing is the answer here. You know, when there have been deaths related to tasing, I just think it's too much, and I understand that you want to protect the players and perhaps even protect all the other patrons who come to pay their money to watch the game. I get that. But if you're that concerned, put a sniper at the top of these stadiums. I mean, really, seriously. Did you really have to tase a guy? And let's look at it from this angle. Those players that were out there, trust me, they would have defended themselves. If a guy doesn't have a weapon, he's not going to make it out that field without getting his butt whipped. And I mean whipped. I prefer to use the Bobby Boucher tactic. Go tackle the guy, wrestle him down, man, drag him off the field.
Okay.
I just think the tasing is a tad bit too much, and I'm going to stand tall on that one.
Okay, so how about this? You tackle a guy, it's from the weak side, it's the blind side. The guy doesn't see you coming. He goes down, his head does like this, he breaks his neck and he dies. And we're all saying, isn't there a better way than tackling the guy? So it doesn't matter.
No. How many times has that happened?
I don't know.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. And when I said earlier on the show what I say, I go percentages. Percentages are less people have died. This type of stuff happens all the time in Europe for soccer games. People streak. It happens all the time. In American sports, it's just never really been a part of our culture, but it has happened before. I just think you go with percentages here, and the safer thing is to go ahead and tackle these guys and not tase them, man.
Well, what if we went with something something in between? Perhaps an electronic cattle prod. Just a little, something a little less effective, and you just zap him in his badoobies. And that'll be, as the movie 9 to 5, or was it Tootsie, that talked about that, something like that. You know what? Most crime, we just want the punishment to be a deterrent to future crime, right?
True.
And we think locking people up is a deterrent to crime. If a guy's hungry, he's going to steal a sandwich.
Works.
It's
Okay.
not going to work.
Right.
But you know what? If I'm in the stands, I'm like, oh, isn't that funny? Look at that guy running down that, and all of a sudden he got tased. It's like, well, we'll cross that off my bucket list. I don't think I need to run out in the field and get tased. It's a deterrent. No criminal trespassing charges for anybody else. Until somebody dies. I think it's a good move, and you know what? It wouldn't have happened if he stayed his butt in the seat to begin with.
That's true. He brought it upon himself, though.
We'll have to agree to disagree on this one. Hey, join us tomorrow. The Spurs and Suns will play Game 2 of their series at 8 o'clock Wednesday night. We've also got a lot of football to talk about, and believe it or not, we love to keep focus on local sports. We have the Texas Stars in studio. Tomorrow we're going to visit with the head coach of the Texas softball team. Connie Clark's got a very important game coming up this week. They're doing some things. Nobody's paying attention while the Longhorn baseball team's won 20 in a row. This is one of the best stories that haven't been told. We'll tell it tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, 6 a.m. on the Longhorn Station, AM 1300, The Zone.